is to review and renew. We need to see and assess how we are contributing to the problem, and to also reflect upon what positive impacts we are having in society. That's a very important part, because whenever there's a goal, you need to review what's going on and to reflect, and then we can renew what we should be doing. Are we part of the problem, or are we part of the solution? Are we helping the planet, or are we harming the planet? Help versus harm. So recently I went to get my car serviced at an auto centre, and I noticed a lot of the mechanics had plastic bottles. And I knew one of them because they were my ex-pupil that I taught in primary school. And I said, have you never thought about having like a sustainable cup? And they said, come on, sir. What difference can I make? There was a queue forming behind me, and all I needed to do was to collect my keys after my MOT service. And I said, have you got a minute? He said, absolutely. So there was only 2-3 people behind me, and they didn't look like they were too much in a hurry. So I said, can you please close your eyes? I need 1 minute of your time. Otherwise I'm not going to come back here for a service again. He understood that. He understood that hint. And I said, are you married? And he shook his head and said, no. I said, right, you're married. And I fast forwarded his life and I said, you've now got a kid. Look into that kid's eyes. It was a visualization right in the middle of an auto center. Look into the kid's eyes and tell him, ki fark panda. And when that kid reaches primary school age, the child's going to ask you, Dad, there was such a big problem on planet Earth. What did you do? So right, open your eyes. Because he had a chance to visualize the impact and thought, I said, Hon manu das. I said it in the Desi way because it's Punjabi banda. I said, Hon manu das, ki fark panda. Meka fark panda. And then there was a couple of other mechanics, they all gathered as well. So it turned into a bit of a lesson. And I said, look, I got my flask here. I've been using it for the last 3 years. Bottle pani wala we stopped that a while ago. But you guys have got so many plastic bottles here. One step. I said, that's all you need to do. But I said, it's not urgent for you because you can't see ahead. You don't see the urgency. And by the time you see the urgency, it may be too late. So a book I'm reading now is How to Be a Good Ancestor, published by Penguin Publishers. And it's, I don't know the surname, but the beginning is Roman. I think the first name is Roman. How to Be a Good Ancestor. Right now, there was one part of the chapter that I'm reading, and it talks about, like me, I'm here. In about 50 years' time, or 100 years' time, there are about 50 other versions of me. Bit scary, I know. One's enough. Right now, I'm breathing the oxygen and I'm using the Earth's resources for me, Talla Medawaste, But the 50 unborn people of the future, I am equal to 50 of them that are unborn. Then I thought, right, the gravity of the situation, that's crazy. All of us, we are equivalent. We are using the oxygen, the water, we are using the earth's resources, which in about 50 odd years time or 100 years time, when there's 50 of you, they will have to share that, the amount we alone are using. Which made me really think, whoa, this gets extra deep. So when we review and renew, we can renew our commitment to Mother Earth. Samir and Harinderpal were talking yesterday, and we like the quote, and it's something along the lines, it's a temporary home for us. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੈਗੇ, and we're going to go. How do we leave the place behind? So we're kind of renting. We're all of us are renting, even though people are sitting here probably say, "Mera ta freehold car hai." But we're renting our space on this planet. But are we good tenants? Are we good citizens? Will our kids look later on and say, "Daddy, Mummy," or whatever, "Auntie, Uncle," I don't want to miss them out, or grandparent, grandfather, carers, I better tick all the boxes. Will they look back and go, "Yeah, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੀਗੇ"? Or will they be thinking, "Hang on, what did you lot do? What did you contribute?" And it's a big problem. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and we went to boarding school together in India, the Smesh Academy, and I looked at him and I said, "What was our motto? What was our logo on our blazer badge?" And it was a flaming torch, and it was Chardi Kala. Chardi Kala. So we could sit here and think, "Oh God, yes, the big corporations, they need to do this. It really is, it's their problem. Government nahi kardi kuch, flana nahi kardi." We could come up with the list of a billion excuses and justify our inaction. Or we could have a small change as we go along, wherever we go. Volunteering for many eco projects. Critical. We were going to have the Eco Seeks today, but unfortunately there was a bit of a COVID emergency, so they couldn't come. But they've got some leaflets and brochures downstairs, I believe. Supporting groups like that. Raising the awareness. Volunteering for any action groups local to you. So I've got a local one called the Hexaheston Action Group. So you help towards growing some wild flowers in the parks. Part of the tree regeneration program. It doesn't take much effort, it really doesn't. But again, it's awareness, isn't it? It's how do we contribute towards that? And how are we helping? Are we helping or harming? And if we take one step towards the Guru's teachings, the Guru will give us the blessings and the guidance. Charan saran Guru ek panda jai chal, sat Guru kot panda aage hoye let hai.
एक बगीचा पेड़ कन करया अमृत नाम तहाँ महफलिया एक बगीचा पेड़ कन करया अमृत नाम